Oklahoma's Best Country, K-Law 101, Sherry and Seth, the morning crew, and we have a very special guest with us right now, the one and only Gary Sinise. Thank you for joining us, Gary.
Thanks for having me.
Well, we're very excited for you to be in town with your band, the Lieutenant Dan Band, on Saturday, Fort Sill Polo Field, a free concert for our soldiers and their families. I know that your foundation supports these types of events all across the nation. Tell me how all of that came to be.
Oh, well, it probably starts with the veterans in my family. I've got veterans on my side of the family, veterans on my wife's side of the family. Was, working with veterans back in the 70s and 80s, and then I played the wounded veteran in the 90s, and Forrest Gump. That started me working with our wounded, and then after September 11th, I started supporting the men and women deploying to Afghanistan and Iraq, and I did that through the USO and then through supporting many military charities, and then eventually in 2011 I just started my own foundation, the Gary Sinise Foundation, which has a mission of serving and honoring the men and women who serve our country, and part of the way we do that is through entertainment, and my band is a part of the foundation, so I will reach out to bases all around the country and see if they want us to come. And I reached out to General Rossi there at Fort Sill, and we are excited to be coming to play for everybody.
Well, and the great part of it is Mr.
Sinise.
No, I was talking about Rossi.
General Rossi.
General Rossi has not only invited, of course, all the troops that are up on Fort Sill, but they have just incredibly decided they're going to open up the base for the one day, and they are going to invite the entire community. So the entire community of Lawton and Fort Sill is looking forward to seeing you this Saturday.
That's fantastic. Well, the more the merrier. I know it's a great military community and very supportive of the base and the people that serve there, and we're just coming to entertain everybody and make sure that folks know we appreciate what you do out there.
Now, which came first, the idea of supporting the troops or the band? Was the band formed in that idea, or were you already playing in the band and said, "Hey, this would be a great way to pay support to our troops"?
I started after September 11th. I reached out to the USO and started going on USO tours, and I would just shake hands and visit with the troops. Take pictures and that kind of thing all around the world on bases across the United States, bases overseas. And I didn't have a band, but I had some musicians that I played with for fun every once in a while. And I talked the USO into letting us go on a tour after I did about, 6 or 7 handshakes tours. I would keep asking them, hey, I have some musicians. Why can't I go on a tour and, entertain the troops? And finally the USO said, okay. That's it. They didn't ask me for a CD or if we could even play. They just trusted me that we would be able to do it. And
they got a copy of your resume. They felt confident in that.
So does
2004, we went on our first overseas tour, and we've played hundreds of shows since. And when I started the foundation, I just folded the band into the foundation. It's a nonprofit band. I pay everybody and pay the expenses and everything, but the band is there to support the military and to raise money and raise spirits and awareness for what our troops are going through.
So does Lieutenant Dan sing?
Well, I am the bass player in the band. So I have 5 great singers, and of course, you can't escape noticing the bass player every once in a while out there. But we have a great group. There's 12 musicians in the band and singers, and it's a cover band. I wanted to put together a show that had music that everyone was going to enjoy, and we'll make sure that everybody does. I have no doubt that everybody will have a good time.
That is awesome. And of course, how many times have you heard, that bass player looks awfully familiar. I must have seen him play somewhere.
Well, you've got yourself pretty busy right now outside of the foundation with your brand new show, Criminal Minds Beyond Borders. Is that as freaky as the original Criminal Minds? Because that
I'm nodding my head. Oh, yes, it is.
So you haven't seen it yet, huh?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
She hasn't, but I am a huge fan. I was originally a fan of the original, and combination of the new series and seeing your name attached to it, I went, I got to check that out, and I have fallen in love with the show since the first episode.
Oh, great. Well, it's Criminal Minds deals with some pretty twisted bad guys, and we have our fair share of
they're
twisted
unsubs.
bad guys
They're
on our
unsubs.
show.
That's what we call them.
We just chase them all over the world.
Well, you know what? What I love about this is that this concept works after being part of CSI New York forever. A spinoff of an existing show. You already know it works.
Well, we had 9 years on CSI New York, so when and we wrapped up in 2012, and then for the next, when was it? I don't know, 2013, and then the next 2.5 years I just spent focused on the Gary Sinise Foundation, the work we're doing for our military. We're building houses all across the country. We're doing all kinds of things, and then just a short while ago, I got a call from CBS that they were thinking about a spin-off of Criminal Minds, and would I be interested in it? I hadn't worked in a couple of years, and just focused on the nonprofit work that I was doing, and so I went in, had a meeting. The meeting went great, and we're doing the show.
Awesome.
Speaking of your nonprofit work, and I know that we need to tie up pretty quickly, but you are going to be headlining or opening the GI Film Festival coming up in May in Washington, D.C. I'm excited about that for a couple of reasons. First of all, because you do such great work with your foundation, and this festival is going to actually play a lot of these patriotic movies for a lot of the installations across the country. But there's a local tie I have to tell you about. My sister just produced a film called The Last Man Club that just won Best Film at the Houston Film Festival over the weekend, and it will be showing at the festival there. And she's going to actually be at your show on the second night of the festival.
Well, fantastic!
Isn't that cool?
This is the 10th anniversary season of the GI Film Festival, and I was there the first year and have been there ever since. And because it's the 10th anniversary, I offered to do a big concert to kick the festival off, and we're going to have a great time just launching the festival. It's been great to watch the festival grow over the years, and now they get hundreds of great submissions. They have a lot of great films that come out of the festival. I'm glad you said it was your sister?
Yeah, it's my sister, and she's actually from Lawton, Fort Sill, so there's ties all over the place. The movie's released in limited release over Memorial Day weekend, so we're excited about that.
Fantastic.
And if you get a chance to see this movie, and it has nothing to do with it being her sister or being a local producer, see this movie. It is an incredible movie.
Yeah, Last Man Club. It's awesome. It's going to be playing up there while you're there over the weekend. We're so excited to have you here at Lawton Fort Sill Saturday night. You'll be out on the polo field, and let me tell you, thousands of people will be there with you. Gary Sinise, thank you so much for spending some time with us today.
My pleasure. I look forward to it.